Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Um, I am here to making this video to. I don't know if I made a post about this, but I'm making this video to let you guys know that I am coming out as a Therian. So what does that mean exactly? Well, some people think it's kind of like being furry, which I guess in a way it is, but it isn't. You know. So okay, let me explain. It being a Therian is different for each person that is experiencing it. Some people will have different experiences from others. It'll mean different things for different people, and etc. etc. So, personally, what does this mean for me? What this means for me is that, well, I, I have the body of a human, but the spirit of a wolf. How did I discover my Therian part or whatever that I'm a Therian? So I've been going through a lot of things between around the start of 2024, I think it was 2023, 2024. I and and hang on, let me grab the list. Let's see here. Got Google Docs. Journal. Okay, let me just. Yeah. So. So, how this started. How this started. I started off getting. How can I phrase this? I started off getting very violent. Wait, no, not that, but yeah, no, I've been getting violent, like violent imagery in my mind, in my mind's eye. I haven't gotten that recently. It hasn't happened at all in the past year or so, but this started with that. It began with that. Granted, it was on a person who deserved it. In other words, someone was trying to attack me, and in the scene, my mind played. Someone was trying to attack me, and I went their throat out. If yeah, you probably got that with my teeth. So that was the first note. That was the first point of where it started, where it began. What had me concerned at that time, though, was the fact I enjoyed them. I grinned at them. I mean, I've never told anyone about it, but it had me a little worried that I was going a little cuckoo, a little nuts. Insane, even. I mean, I always joke about going insane and stuff like that because I'm weird. But, yeah. Let's see, and then there was more beyond that. Okay, that one's more of a personal issue. Let's see. Actually, that is not a personal issue, actually. So, another thing I kind of get, I think it's partially due to this part I think is partially due to the fact that, you know, animalistic side versus human side. So I've never had, I've never felt love for anyone. I'm, at least not any person. I I care deeply. I care deeply about animals and stuff like that, but I've never felt any love or care for person. I mean, I'll care if a person lives or dies, but that's as far as my care goes. I mean, yeah. I mean, for example, my own mother made a post about being in the hospital, a post on Facebook for being in the hospital for something a while back. I can't remember what it was, but I I saw it and I was like, oh, okay. Like, did not give a shit. And then, and then, and then I started getting pressure, a pressure in my head. It was like, the best way I can describe it is, it ate. No, not ate. Yeah, no, maybe. It okay. It ached without aching, or it hurt without aching, or whatever. I can't remember what exactly I described it as, but yeah, and it felt like someone shoved a wall inside my mind. Like, so imagine here's point B, or yeah, point B. Here's point A, here's point B. This is the start of a thought of forming in your mind. To let's say you're trying to write something down. This is the start of the thought, start of what you're trying to write or think of to write, and then this is the point of it actually being what's the word I'm looking for? Okay, starting at the back. Okay, let me put it this way: the thoughts starting at the back of your mind. So basically, you're not conscious of the thought yet, but it's there. It's forming. And then point B is where the thought is finished forming and is actually there. And then what the pain and pressure in my head felt like is point A, point B, wall. Point A is trying to go here, and then suddenly bang, wall. It can't go B. It's trying to. It's just blocked by a wall. Point A, you know, they're trying to connect. The 2 points are trying to connect, and there's a wall blocking them. Okay, like this. It's like this. They're trying to connect, but the wall in this case is my phone, is blocking them. And I was getting that for a while, and I still get that sometimes. And then I started having an identity crisis where I felt like I'd been wearing a mask for so long, that it became a part of me. Like, for example, I may smile and laugh, where on the inside I'm either or but no, but there are never any. I've never been for the record, I've never been able to cry. Well, I can cry, I can, but at the same time I can't. So on one hand, like, something sad happens. Nope, nothing. I feel like I want to, but no. But then something extremely freaking sad like super fucking sad. Like, it has to hit you in the feels 5 times at once for it to actually make me cry. Yes, I'm either super pissed, empty, or upset. Or hurting, as I put it in my journal. I've always been a maelstrom of chaos. I felt like there was one side of me fighting another side. That entire thing is the. So there was step 1, 2, 3, and I think maybe 4. And then the fifth sign that told me that I was a Therian was that. Okay, so this one was this part. So that was the beginning of my discovery of being a Therian. This is where I began to discover what Therian I was. My stereotype, as it's called. So so I began to have a lot of dreams about wolves, werewolves, etc. Like, usually I was a wolf, I was a werewolf, or I was a human among such beasts. Or some such majestic beasts. And then one day, I was just lying there, just resting. I don't even think I was asleep. I was just resting. My eyes were closed. And then I felt fangs, like wolf's fangs. Like I had fangs. I felt like I had fangs. I felt like I had canines. And then I blinked, and they were gone. All I did was blink and vanish. Like, I could have sworn it's not like any typical phantom thing. I mean, it was phantom, but it's not the typical one a person would think of. I could swear up and down, swear to God, no, swear to whatever God you guys believe in or whatever, that they were there. I could physically feel them. It was as if I could touch them with my tongue. But then I blinked, and I didn't actually get the chance to feel with my tongue. Because as you could imagine, I had other things firing in my mind. And then and then one night, there was a thought. Not even thought. My mind was screaming, I crave freedom. And that was point 3. That for my discovery. And then, I was also getting random moments where you guys probably would have seen it on some of my streams. I'd get random points where I go, and stuff like that. That one wasn't nearly as, that was nowhere close to how I actually sound like. It's much deeper, much louder, much more menacing. Than that. I wouldn't say it's menacing because I don't know what it sounds like would sound like to other people. I just know what it sounds like to myself. I don't really, yeah. Besides those live streams, I haven't really caught it on camera. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And well, I guess okay. That's enough. You guys get the gist. It started with, and then delved into feeling things that weren't there. Alright, yeah, it started with this, and yeah, feelings that weren't there. So, actually, that was all. That was all I've written down for it. Oh, yeah, I also tend to get a little tick in my in my head sometimes. I still get ticks in my head where I'm just randomly, or just I tried to usually I try to disguise it as a need to, crack it. But no, that just happens randomly. It's not really a problem for me. I don't know why it happens. I don't know if it has to do with the whole wolf thing, or the wolf spirit thing, or what's going on with that. Now that's been going on for a few years. It happens very, very not very, very rarely. It just happens rarely. Usually while I'm standing or sitting. Now right there, okay, that was artificial. That was that just happened. That is a perfect example of things that happen to me. You do not want to see how bad it is if I'm on my feet. If I'm on my feet, I'm gonna be all. If I'm on my feet, I'm gonna be all. That's how bad it is if I'm doing it while I'm on my feet. Or doing it. Blech, if it happens while I'm on my feet. Let's see. What else should I go with it? So, what Therian is, what this means for me. Or no, not what it means for me. Or no, what it means to me. I did that. I did my personal experiences. So what else would people probably be wondering? Because I'm trying to help you guys understand what it's like to begin with. I mean, everything after I understood that that spirit of a wolf, body of a human, or at least thought that it felt like that. All of it went from here to here. Another thing I have noticed is I think I have a more deeper connection to my spiritual self because of the fact that during the period of the full moon, I can sleep maybe an hour and I'll be good for the day. I'll be so awake. But on a new moon, I can sleep 24 fucking hours and I'll still be passing out. Practically passing out after, like, within a few minutes of when I wake up. So, yeah. So basically, the more full the moon is, the more energy I get. The more faded the moon is, the less energy I get. But that'll go into my other video of my beginning my spiritual journey. I think that's really all I needed to say for this video. If you guys have more questions, please ask them down below in the comment section. I never ask you to comment. I never ask you to comment. I never ask you to subscribe or ask you to like a video. But if you guys have any questions about being one, I highly recommend you leave a comment down below, and I'll make a follow-up video for it. I'll make a follow-up video for the answering the comments. I mean, if I get enough comments asking about it, then yeah, I'll do a follow-up video. Otherwise, I'll just answer them individually, assuming anyone even does. But that's here nor there. So yeah, that'll be it for this video. I guess like usual. Actually, no point because yeah. Anyway, this was my Therian experience with Kai Hollow, and we'll be seeing you in the next one. I don't know if I'm gonna be streaming anytime soon or when my next stream will be, but yeah, I just wanted to make this video and get this video out there.